Can player injuries ruin YAC in fantasy football? Have you ever wondered how player injuries can impact yards after catch in fantasy football? Let's break it down and see how injuries can affect a player's performance. Yards after catch is a key metric that shows how many yards a receiver gains after catching the ball. This statistic is vital because it reflects a player's ability to make plays beyond just catching the ball. When a player is injured, their physical abilities often take a hit. This decline can significantly affect their yards after catch. For instance, injuries to lower body areas like knees or ankles can limit a player's agility and speed. These attributes are essential for changing direction quickly and accelerating after a catch. If a player cannot move as freely, their chances of gaining extra yards decrease. Speed is another critical factor. A player who is fast can outrun defenders after making a catch. However, injuries can reduce that top speed, making it harder for them to gain those extra yards. This drop in speed directly impacts their yards after catch potential. Physicality also plays a role. Some players relying on their strength to break tackles and extend plays. If they are dealing with an injury, their ability to push through defenders can be compromised. This makes it easier for defenders to bring them down right after the catch, which means fewer yards after catch. Injuries can also limit practice time. When players miss practice, they may not be in peak condition. This lack of practice can affect their timing with the quarterback, which is crucial for maximizing yards after catch opportunities. Even if they are still getting targets and catching passes, a decline in yards after catch can lead to lower fantasy points. From a fantasy football perspective, it is essential to consider a player's injury history when making projections. A player might still have a good target share, but if their yards after catch drops due to injury, their overall scoring potential can take a hit. Advanced metrics like yards per route run and true catch rate are also important, but yards after catch specifically highlights the value a player adds after making a catch. If a player known for explosive yards after catch plays is injured, their fantasy points may drop, even if they continue to catch passes. In summary, injuries can significantly impair the physical skills that drive yards after catch. This reduction can lead to fewer extra yards and, ultimately, fewer fantasy points. Fantasy managers should keep a close eye on injury reports and consider how injuries might impact yards after catch when evaluating player value and making roster decisions.